this is kind of an interesting scenario here. The thing about Royce Freeman is we really don't know what his role is going to be in this offense. He doesn't necessarily offer up a whole bunch of special teams value, and if he wants to land his spot on the roster, he's going to have to do that. He's going to have to step up as a special teams player because between Melvin Gordon and Phillip Lindsay, there's some spell reps there. He might maybe get 1, 2, or maybe 5 total reps in a game as far as the offense is concerned. But there's little trade value with him, man. There's nothing there. Eric, am I wrong in this aspect? Is there any trade value for Royce Freeman, or are the Broncos just going to have to cut him loose?
Yeah, I don't think there is any trade value for him, but he's a guy that if they want to move on, they're just going to have to cut him loose. He's a guy who he entered the NFL with a high amount of carries, with a major injury in his college history already, and those players very rarely end up panning out in the NFL. So it's something that to sit there and watch, see what he's able to do. But I think that Levante Bellamy and Khalfani Muhammad have a chance to beat him out for it. Only thing that I can see keeping him is if he does better on special teams, if he improves as a pass blocker and just continues to do as well as he does as a receiver. Because he can work out of the backfield, he can work out wide. It just gives an offense so many options. But with that aspect of it, is that really needed as much when you have a guy like Melvin Gordon? Like it's when you're looking at the third back, the biggest thing is going to be special teams. Plain and simple. Who's going to contribute the most on special teams? Because you're going to want to hope that Melvin Gordon and Phillip Lindsay stay healthy, although both of them have shown their issues doing just that.
Well, and another thing that coming out of your third back is going to be a different kind of a dynamic. You want somebody that's going to be able to provide that jitterbug aspect, more or less, that kind of change of pace role. Obviously, Phillip Lindsay is plenty fast enough, and Joseph Malinowski coming in here with a comment. Between Phillip Lindsay and Gordon, it's going to be who's healthier, and obviously who's playing a better game. It's going to be Phillip Lindsay due to his speed. Speed doesn't necessarily 100% matter all the time. Yes, it's great to have that speed, but what else do you bring to the offense? Can you pass protect? Can you catch out of the backfield? Go ahead, Eric.
I think that with the whole speed thing, I think that is especially true when you're looking at the running back position. Is you can't just be fast at the running back position. You have to be able to make people miss. You have to be able to get through the holes quickly. You have to be able to have the right burst because speed doesn't always equal burst. And Phillip Lindsay, I don't think he is faster than Melvin Gordon. Phillip Lindsay's not that fast. He has good burst, though. He has decent ability to make people miss. And the best trait about him is that despite his size, he wants to run defenders over. That's what he wants to do. I think that it's outside, as long as Melvin Gordon stays healthy, I think it is very much that he is going to be the main back for this Broncos offense. I don't think there's any ifs, ands, or buts about it. He will be the main back for it. They might use Lindsay a little bit more often every game, every here and there, maybe a series here, but it's not going to be Phillip Lindsay and Melvin Gordon. It is Melvin Gordon and Phillip Lindsay. One reason why they went out and got Melvin Gordon was because of the issues Phillip Lindsay has. They got Melvin Gordon to be the top back on this Broncos offense.
Yep. And that's kind of exactly what I was saying earlier. You don't pay a running back on a second contract unless you plan on making him the bell cow of your offense. And yes, again, Melvin Gordon's going to be the 1A. This is Melvin Gordon and Phillip Lindsay, not Phillip Lindsay and Melvin Gordon. There's a 1A and a 1B, and to me, it's a very clear 1A and 1B. Melvin Gordon is going to be the guy out there, and you're going to see him a lot more on third down than you're going to see Phillip Lindsay. It's just the plain and simple fact of the matter. If you can pass protect the way that Melvin Gordon does, if you can catch out of the backfield, also line up out wide, Royce Freeman could see some more downs on third down as well, just because Phillip Lindsay doesn't offer that pass protection. He doesn't offer that out of the backfield catching ability. So that might be the niche that you get with Royce Freeman. But to me, what difference is he other than Melvin Gordon? As far as that aspect, they're one and the same kind of a player. Melvin Gordon, to me, is a superior player, don't get me wrong. But Royce Freeman and Melvin Gordon offer such a similar skill set that where a Khalfani Muhammad being an elite receiver out of the backfield, where a Levante Bellamy even being a better receiving threat out of the backfield than Khalfani Muhammad, why not get that extra jitterbug kind of wide receiver, or running back, as a wide receiver out of the backfield in a Levante Bellamy over a Royce Freeman, even though Royce Freeman does offer that pass protection ability.
So my thing too with this, when looking at this, and I do want to get Charlie, I do want to get to your question. That is actually a great question. But when I look at this, is another thing too that neither of us have mentioned is Royce Freeman would have his spot on the roster cemented if he was willing to be the type of running back that he's made to be, the way he's built. He is made to be a between the tackles tough runner. And if that was what he was willing to do, his spot would be cemented because the Broncos don't have another guy to do that.
Nope.
But that's not what he wants to be. He wants to bounce it outside. If Phillip Lindsay and Melvin Gordon switch their play style or their body types or their play styles, it'd be perfect.
Yep.
Phillip Lindsay wants to be that between the tackles tough guy because he likes to hit, and Royce Freeman wants to be that bounce it outside, try to make big plays happen. But they have the size for the opposite. Like, it's something that ever since the Broncos brought them in, it is something that I've mentioned multiple times that they just swap their bodies.